Can you just tell us what it's actually like to be part of Olympic Games?
I think for me, so 3 Olympic Games, it feels a bit different each time. The first time it's very exciting. It feels an achievement to be there and to be a part of it, and it's a real, you sort of walk around with your eyes wide open, staring at this amazing event that you're a part of. And then I think your second and third ones, you're a lot less distracted by the glitz of it and more sort of focused on the job and focused on just getting the best result you can.
Two silver medals, one in Beijing and one in Athens. How do you feel when you find out that you've won a medal?
Well, I suppose the funny thing for me is I won the same medal, same colour medal at both Olympics, but they felt very different because Athens was a very close fight for gold, where we were a long way ahead of bronze, so there was a sort of tinge of disappointment when we got a silver. Whilst the silver medal in Beijing, we had no chance of a gold, and it was a really tight fight. In fact, we went into halfway through the last race, we were coming 4th overall, so we only just got that medal. So that was sort of elation when we got it, and we're absolutely delighted. You know, felt like we'd just won. So same medal, but very different feelings.
Can you sort of talk us through any of the racing, any sort of standout moments you think this is the moment where we're going to keep hold of the medal, or oh my God, we've got to push on?
I think I think Beijing was the most sort of the race we're most acutely aware of where you're coming, because it was a medal race and we went into it in 4th place, and we rounded the first windward mark 9th out of the 10 boats, and still very definitely in 4th place. In fact, I think if the race stopped there, it would have been 5th. And then slowly we caught up through the race. We overtook a couple of boats on the first run, a few more up the next upwind, and then on the final downwind, we were in a place where actually, if we held that position, we would get a silver medal. And so then that's when the thought started. I thought, wow, we've done this. Just keep going, and we're going to get there. And but it's dangerous to start thinking like that. I don't keep my medals anywhere precious at all. I just sort of just like leave them lying around and things. I'm an ambassador for school sport, and so I visit a lot of schools and a lot of teachers' conferences, and they always ask me to take my medals, and so I normally do. And so they've been handled literally by thousands of children, and they've been dropped, and so they're not in great shape actually.
But that's a highlight of the day for some of those kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you miss competing at this elite level? Do you think you'll miss not actually being out on the water during the Olympics this year?
Sometimes when I sit back and look at the sailing, and I do miss it. But I actually think at this Olympics, I feel so involved in Hannah and Sassa's campaign and so focused on what we need to do that I don't actually think I'll have any thoughts of wishing I was competing, because I think I want to win a medal as a coach, and that's very much what I'm focused on.
Do you still get out racing at all, maybe at your club or anything like that?
Not enough. Last year I did a fair bit of sailing on bigger boats like yachts and racing those, and I've got a boat that I sometimes take my kids out on, an enterprise, a 30-year-old enterprise, but we never go and race. We just go and go for a picnic or something like that. So not very much.
No. If you are out club racing, do you find that a lot of the club racers are like, right, we're going to have him, we're going to beat him, he's got an Olympic medal?
No, well, luckily I don't experience that. But at the time when I was still sailing, I did it a couple of times, and and I think they always liked it if they beat me.
You're the target.
Yeah.